tell you, there was not an outfit that she didn't have a print stocking. No, when women used to wear pantyhose,
right,
and tights and all that. And to this day, she has some of the most boldest prints. So when we ever talk about shopping and I see her putting something online, I said, honey, that's you. When the bold print and the flowy dress
right.
and the chunky necklaces, girl, what? So
if you're gonna do it, do it.
So let's talk about the fact that, you know, in your research, you definitely came away with some really strong design elements. What was the first shoe you released, and what was the response?
Okay. So, and I will go back to the iPhone women, because I know something you just said made me remember that, and it ties in. So, my first design though was chunky sneakers, because at the time, like I said, I was still trying to fit in with what was going on, and it was called the dad sneaker. That was what everybody was wearing, like the big sole and kind of like this robotic looking shoe. Yeah. So I was trying to follow that wave, and I was trying to put out different colorways and do stuff like that. And honestly, personally, I didn't like it, because I was like, I wouldn't wear that. But if this is what everybody's wearing, this, you know, it's everywhere. So I guess this is what people want, because unfortunately, you always hear when you go into business, do what people want, and, you know, go with that instead of doing what you like. You know, it's supposed to be the other way. But for me, it wasn't working, because I wasn't passionate about it. I was like, I don't like it myself, so why am I trying to get somebody to wear something that I wouldn't even wear? So I was like, and then trying to make it seem like I like it, and censor marketing around it. And it just wasn't authentic. So I was like, okay, let's scale back. And then, so my first sneaker that I did was a sneaker called Iconic. It was a yellow, I actually have it back there. It was a yellow, pink, black, and white dad sneaker. And the reason why I named it Iconic, because I had a fashion show in Detroit called the Sneaker and Hoodie Rebellion, which was my idea to bring my line out and simultaneously give a platform for other Detroit fashion designers and artists to have a platform to kind of showcase their work. So it was kind of like a music meets fashion type of thing. Yeah. So people would be showing their pieces while artists are performing. So the color scheme of the party was those colors. So I kind of matched the design to my shoe, to the outfit I was wearing. So that was kind of the story behind that. I got a lot of response in regards to the outfit that I wore that night and the idea behind the sneaker. But it didn't really do much beyond that. Right. So I kind of went back to the drawing board. I didn't do a hard relaunch. I just kind of, in my mind, thought, you know what? I always loved music. I don't know if that's something coming from Detroit, but I always been into like R&B and hip hop. Yeah. Love music a lot. So I was like, okay, let me try to bring that nostalgic feeling of the 80s and the 90s back. So let me like kind of do this hip hop R&B vibe. And that's kind of was my frame of thought when I was starting the fashion show, but that further progressed into my second design. So then I came up with a sneaker called Born in the 80s, retro trainers.
Those are so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So that was my second design.
Got her Instagram, y'all. Okay.
Yes. So that was my second design, because it was going to be a homage to music, to me being born in the 80s and growing up in the 90s. So I just wanted to do like all the colors and just try to put all this personality into what I perceived my childhood to be and growing up in Detroit in one sneaker. And it's still on the line, because it's still true to who I am and what the brand is about. So that was one aspect of it. So as I began to evolve more, I was like, you know what, let me break the line up and start introducing these other designs, because I had other ideas that I wanted to do that didn't necessarily fit into that idea of 90s and 80s and growing up in R&B and hip hop. So I was like, okay, let me bring in the evolved personality that I currently have, which was the more recent one, which launched the company to begin with. Because as I said, I was in corporate America. I wanted a sneaker that you can transition from corporate wear to a night on the town if you wanted to. So I was like, okay, born in the 80s retro sneakers isn't really that. That's something else. So
that's hanging
let
out
me
going skating. That's when you go to skate nights.
right. So I was like, you know what? Let me make that a part of the athleisure line, but let me do fashion and high fashion, because athleisure would be me doing shoes that you can wear for like working out or light errands, and kind of be playful with it to kind of go with what my ideas were around the R&B and the hip hop whole vibe. But then the fashion would be the part of the line that would be like our J. Marie's take on contemporary styles. So that was like the dad sneakers, the whatever was popping at the time, that would go under fashion. But high fashion was what I wanted to initially do when I first started it. So I actually have an example. High fashion is probably what you guys see the most of me pushing, because that's like more of the shoes I actually wear myself. Like I probably buy my shoes more than anybody else, because I'm always like, ooh.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing right there.
Yeah.
Which shoe is?
So this is, I don't know if you can see this.
Yes.
This is Exotica. So high fashion is basically, it's still going to be a sneaker, but it is a more premium finish. So a lot of the high fashion. Yep. So it has the red bottom. It's 100% Italian leather. So all of this is white Italian leather, and then it's accented in zebra print. And this is actually like hair. It's not like flat. It's like actual zebra, and not actual zebra, but faux zebra. And it has the red laces.
Wow.
And you see, it's just more of that Detroit thing, I guess. Yeah. So this, I would say the fashion line has some of my favorite designs, like this one. It's Exotica. There's Croca Smile. There's I Am J. Marie. There's Wild Thoughts. There's all these different those different designs, but that's the concept. The fashion is basically all of the sneakers put together, but they have more premium finishes, more vibrant colors, and just kind of like a wow style. You know what I mean?
I love that. Do you have the JM? I saw you posted about your JM, and also I loved that chunky slide that you did, I think, last summer. And plus, you have a boot.
Okay.
Do you have any of those nearby?
I don't have any boots on me, but yes, we do offer boots. So in an attempt to kind of expand the line, we did start offering limited edition boots and limited edition men's sneakers. So we have one men's sneakers that's solely for men, and then about a few sneakers that are unisex, and then we have the boots. The slides that you were talking about, I believe are they pink and black?
Yeah.
With like the puff ball on it?
No.
Yes.
This one was the one that almost had like a buckle. It was like the way the
What color was it?
Okay, let me go to your Instagram real quick. But what made you decide to do that? Because I know that, you know, in the summertime we get the manis and the panties. Was that part of
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said, was that part of the justification for doing the mule?
Oh, you're talking about the Exotica Lifted and Illuminated, the two heels. Okay. So I love a heel. I never stopped loving a heel. I just couldn't wear them.
Yeah, it's thick and chunky though. So the weight it's different when you.
Yes. So those I can never keep because for one, I don't wear them, but when I do order them and I have them on hand for a while, they're always gone. So I don't have any to physically show you, but it's interesting that you brought that up because the red and black one, the red and black mule with the chunky heel, that is actually the counterpart to this sneaker because this sneaker is called Exotica and the heel is called Exotica Lifted.
Whoa!
To kind of play on the heel. Yeah,
both
so
of those are nice and sleek and it has a nice, like you said, the silhouette of the shoe. Okay, so those, so basically I need both of those, huh? I need the lip and that. Okay. Now, now, real talk, let's talk about your premium sneakers and the price point. Because I said, okay, she's giving us the real. Can we talk about that and what made you decide to go that route?
Sure.